Welcome back everyone, it's Vaz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we have a match for you in the Prinz Eugen. This is the Tier 7 German premium cruiser. And this ship is available for 750,000 global XP anytime you're able to accrue it. Now in this match we have a game of domination on the Atlantic map. Now we've spawned in the middle, and we're gonna go and support Charlie Cap instead of Bravo, because the center of this map can be a death trap for a cruiser. If you get caught flat-footed in the middle, you can get focused from all sides, and if you get too close to those islands in the center, you can't really shoot back over them. Now this is one of the very first games I played in the Eugen, so I was testing AP most of the match. I'm also using the sonar consumable instead of the reload booster, which I've since swapped just to make the gameplay feel a little different from the Hipper. In this match I'm also using Azure Lane Hipper as a commander. Since I've started using the reload booster though, I've switched to Lucians so I can use fully packed and get a second reload booster in every match. Now in this match there's only one destroyer per side, so the hit point pool of each team is pretty high. The lone destroyer on the enemy team is an Akatsuki. Then there are 3 cruisers, a Flint, a Chapayev, who's in a division with an Iowa, an Edinburgh, 2 Gneisenau's, a Bismarck, and a Tirpitz. And on our team we have 2 Scharnhorsts and 2 Bismarcks, so the German battleship presence is very heavy in this match. Our opening salvo against that Gneisenau wasn't too bad, especially since we were using AP. And again we kept on using AP, we had a broadside Tirpitz to shoot at. And we had over 10k in damage against him in that one salvo. It was a pretty good chunk of damage. The Tirpitz and Bismarck are really pushing aggressively into Charlie Cap. Bismarck is started to slow down, so we tried aiming at the bow. We didn't get a whole lot of results. Then on the next shot, we aimed at the superstructure, just trying different targets on the ship, see what pans, overpans, or shatters. You can really tell I'm trying to get a feel for the ship and what to aim at on these big German battleships. Now that Tirpitz and Bismarck have started to realize they've been outnumbered, and they've hit the brakes and they're starting to back up a bit. We have 7 of our blue team ships focusing on them right now. Those 2 ships can tank a lot of damage, but eventually they're going to get whittled down. Now we had also slowed up to avoid leaving the range of those 2 German battleships. We're not too worried about their accuracy and their ability to damage us at this range and angle. We also have our ingenious ability on our commander to let us know if any shots are incoming. Plus we have the time to react to the incoming fire this distance as well. We did swap over to HE due to the angle and the distance of the Bismarck, and we tried a few shots using HE. Now we are kind of out of range, and we do have them on the run a little bit, so now we're going to head towards them now instead. So while we're doing that, let's get our commander up on the screen. We're using Admiral Hipper, the Azure Lane commander. In slot 1 we use Ingenious, in slot 2 we use Full Speed Ahead, in slot 3 we use Punch Through, in slot 4 we use Fixated, and for the legendary skill we use Refill Station. Now our inspirations are a level 16 Scott and a level 11 Yamamoto. When it comes to the German cruisers, I really like to make my shots count. So that's why for the inspirations I choose accuracy and AP penetration. It's really too bad she doesn't have fully packed for one of her legendary skill options. Otherwise she'd be the perfect German cruiser commander. You know, we were using the sonar consumable in this game, so it didn't really matter, and I don't even think we ended up using it even once in this match. But once I did switch over to the reload booster, I felt like having one wasn't enough. So that's why eventually I swapped over to Lucians. So that way once I did start using the reload booster consumable, I could get 2 of them, plus an extra heal as well. Now, although our team has capped Charlie Base, we have started losing ships like crazy. The enemy team has Alpha and they're about to cap Bravo, and we're down 4 ships already. Oh god, this game is not going well. Now that Tirpitz hit us back there with HE while we were flat broadside to him. We were trying to duck behind this island while avoiding beaching ourselves. So we got away with one there, and we'll take it. Put out that fire and heal up, lickety-split. We've got no choice now but to sail all the way around these islands, but in the long run, it's going to be a much more advantageous position for us to be in. Eventually, we'll have all the enemy ships in front of us, and we won't have to worry about crossfires or anything. I think this is a really cool little part of the map with all the islands interspersed here. It's too bad that you mostly get capture the base mode on this map because there's rarely any action over here if that's the case. Now coming up here, the Chapayev has gotten very aggressive, so we've used our torp launcher indicator to get a beat on the Chapayev's heading. We see that she's going full speed ahead, so we're gonna hold our shot for her. Hey, I recognize that name. Oh, so sorry, Miss Yamato. Hope you're not watching this. Hope you don't remember this. Yikes. That was a deletion. Yeah, we don't have to worry about her ever watching this. Nobody watches these videos anyways. Well, that's our first kill of the game, and a devastating strike medal. This Bismarck is really pushing in hard too. So we did swap back to HE, and we're going to work away on him. Our shot set a fire to him, which was perfect. And he did succumb to that fire, and that gives us our second kill of the game. We're starting to even things out a little bit here. Now we are sitting at 4 ships left alive, while the enemy team has 6. They do control 2 caps, however, and boy, we are down hard in points, so we still have a lot of work to do. Now the enemy team's feeling pretty confident. They're all pushing forward aggressively to the northern part of the map. We did set that Ganai's now on fire back there, and he damage conned it immediately. I suppose that's why I decided to keep HE loaded back there. Normally that would have been a good spot to swap to AP. But then after coming around the island, we did swap to AP, and you'll see why in a second here. Why you should always have AP loaded unless you're hunting a DD. And that's because that enemy Flint was spotted. He's at full health. So we took a shot at him. And oh boy, 2 citadels. We take 2/3 of his health. Let's use our next salvo on him as well. And we finish him off with another citadel. And that's our 3rd kill of the game. And now we're starting to mount our comeback. So now we have ships in front of us and to the right. So we need to get close to this island to cut down on the amount of ships that can target us. And to avoid getting caught in a crossfire, we're also trying to maneuver ourselves into a position where we can get a crossfire going on these battleships to the right. Oh, there's lots going on here. Our next shot on that Iowa gave us the high caliber medal. That Ganai's now is really pushing forward aggressively. He must have been on fire or flooding. Using that damage con on our single fire was definitely a poor choice on his part. Once that Ganai's now gets finished off, we're even in ships now 4-4. So things are really looking up. I didn't see how much health our Jean Bart had left, but he decided that ramming the Iowa was his best course of action. And so they take each other out, and now we're 3-3 in ships. Unfortunately, we're nowhere near that Akatsuki, and the Edinburgh is like right on our grill here, so we're kind of most worried about him Taking shots at that Akatsuki would probably be pretty useless. And so it's up to our battleships to get him. There is still enough time left in the game to take out the remaining 3 ships. We're gonna go over to flank the bigger 2 ships by coming around this island and circling into Bravo. The idea was to flush this Edinburgh out of his smoke so our battleship could fire on him while we YOLO the Gneisenau. We did launch some torps into the cap where we had seen the Edinburgh last. He did pop his smoke. And our battleships were able to finish off that Akatsuki. Very nicely done. But then unfortunately, it appeared that the Akatsuki got his torps away. And he got our friendly Scharnhorst. So now we're back even in ships 2-2. We're still way down in points. So unfortunately, our only course of action is going to be killing these last enemy ships. Now, we did see that Gneisenau up ahead pressed up against that island. And we knew we'd have to confront him eventually. But once we do come around this island and get a clear view of him, we realize that he's gone AFK. So we're just going to try and eliminate him as quickly as possible. But it does also give us a little bit of time to experiment with our AP. We're going to aim right at the deck line, sort of near the middle of the ship, see if we can get some penetrations there. And it seems that when we hit the superstructure, it all results in overpens. So we want to try and hit the upper belt. We've left him with about 200 health, and we took one last shot at him. Now we didn't get the kill. Well, not a big deal. Our teammate finished him off. But for whatever reason, instead of retreating, the enemy Edinburgh, the last remaining enemy ship, decides that it would be a great idea to sail right between us and the Bismarck. So we launch our torps, and right before our torp hits him, the Bismarck finishes him off, yoinking another kill from us. And you know, we could have had a Kraken right there. But oh well, easy come, easy go. I wouldn't have really been happy with an AFK Kraken. But most importantly, we got the win in that game. We were way down, and somehow we just came back. The enemy team was way too aggressive. And unfortunately, they did have that one AFK player, probably disconnected, it looked like. But they were so far ahead in points and ships that AFK ships shouldn't have mattered. So it was a little bit of a lesson for you guys there. Don't be too aggressive. Don't be too confident just because you're way up in points. You never know what's going to happen. So here we are in the results screen. We ended that match with 171,000 in damage, 3 sinkings, and the Confederate and high caliber medals. We had over 3,300 in base XP. Very nicely done. Well, that does it for this video. If you did like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, stay healthy and do what makes you happy.